Good morning. Thank you for watching. Another beautiful Lord's Day. We think we've had plenty of rain this week. Maybe it'll get a little bit better. Um, this morning we'll go over our list of folks that we need to pray for. We need prayers for Brandon Schwartz, Kay Barrett, Nikki Alonzo, Amy Ship Parton, Brenda Elkins, Ricky King, Lynn Baskin, Kathy Blair, and Daphne Anderson. Please keep these people in your prayers. And we also send out get well wishes to Gage Spence, Steve Fletcher, Terry Parham, Benny Blair, Kenneth Duke, Stan Hollingsworth, and we need to send sympathy to the family of Harold Toot Jennings. And that brings us to the end of our list there. We also need to make sure we pray for the folks of Ukraine. I don't know if you've been watching that or not, but it's a sad situation. I feel like we should be ashamed here in America of having all that we have and not doing any more than what we've done for those folks. And they're over there trying to fight. I seen this morning 79-year-old ladies out there trying to help with the fighting, and it's a terrible thing that all the money that we waste in this country, that we can't be sending over a lot of stuff to help them. And I think maybe they finally figured out that they were going to send some now, but we're about a month too late. We need to pray for the leadership of our country. We're in desperate need of a good leader. But today we're going to get back on the subject of idols. I think we had another lesson there last week, but that was going to get into my sermon that I have to do for our church, and I didn't want to put it out before we had to. But we're going to continue a little bit on this lesson about idols. And we're going to talk today about money. Says, I think that Jesus spoke more about money than nearly anything else because it's so close to our hearts. Jesus knows the human heart, and he knows that money can take over our purpose in life. When the rich young ruler came to Jesus, he boasted that he had kept all the commandments, which of course could not be possible for anyone but Jesus. So Jesus said to this man, knowing full well that money had his heart, Jesus tells him, if you want to be perfect, go and sell all your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come, follow me. That's in Matthew 19, verse 21. I think most of us remember what happened when the young man heard this. He went away sorrowful because he had great possessions. The man thought he was a good person, which we know is false because not even one is good. It's in Romans 3:10 through 12. So when Jesus found where his true treasure was, the man couldn't let go of what was most precious to him. And here's the interesting story, and this tells a lot about us. Archaeologists found human remains in Pompeii, Italy. They had been buried under volcanic ash from the Mount Vesuvius eruption in AD 79. When they uncovered a man who was reaching for a bag of gold coins just by the front door of his house. Perhaps if he had fled fast enough, he would have lived, but apparently he was trying to bring his gold with him, and both were buried alive. This gold could not help him on the day of his death. So sure it is true that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That's in Matthew 6:21. In some cases, that's where your body will lie. So this fella, he didn't make it. He was trying to grab his bag of gold, and he died. You know, we've heard stories of folks that would be on a sinking ship, and they would have so much of their money and stuff in their pockets that they would just sink to the bottom. They didn't want to let it go. You know, the rich young ruler, whether he knows it or not, this is his salvation that he was letting go of. I keep hoping that maybe this young man kind of grew up and got some sense about him, and maybe he repented of his sins, and that maybe he turned around. But we don't know. The Bible doesn't tell us that. There's so many things in our life that we can let get ahead of the good things that we need to be doing. We can focus too much on the earthly things. You know, the Bible tells us to come out and be separate from the world and not do the worldly things. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that, and I'm guilty of it too. We need to be careful about the things that we replace God with. We need to be careful about putting other things before God. God is our resource for everything. He provides us everything that we need, and we need to be grateful and thankful for that. And we need to put God first in everything. Well, thank you for watching. Please remember our servicemen and women and our first responders and our doctors and nurses and all the folks that keep us safe. Like I said, please pray for those folks over in Ukraine. They need all the help they can get right now, and it's a sad situation. We need to pray for them. That's our most powerful tool that we have. And please pray for them. Thank you for watching. God bless. See you next time.